Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and check this out from Chad Steingraber. Aladdin officially has access to Coinbase, most powerful financial AI on the planet. Coinbase, selected by BlackRock, provide Aladdin clients access to crypto trading via Coinbase Prime. Listen to this.
And it manages top line strategy for BlackRock, and they'll sell you access. You can buy a subscription from BlackRock to get Aladdin to tell you how you should trade.
Organization. I don't know if that's got music to it, but the important thing is the Aladdin platform is massive. I remember Paul Barron making a comment about rumors that he's heard about BlackRock, rumors about Aladdin and the XRP ledger. I remember him making a comment like that. But they're going to be using Coinbase Prime, which is the institutional custody of Coinbase. They're hooking up to that. By the way, my partner, iTrustCapital, uses Coinbase Prime. That's one of their 3 institutional custody platforms. They use Fireblocks, Coinbase Prime, and Fidelity Digital Assets. At iTrustCapital, you get free institutional custody. You're just dealing with a 1% trading fee. You can open a regular account or an IRA on there. If you want to open an account and get a $100 funding bonus, use my promo code, what is it right now? Let's see what the promo code is. XRP6. You can go to itrustcapital.com/XRParmy. XRP, we've had us a pullback. In fact, I am gearing up right now, hopefully in the next day, to back the truck up right here. Write it down. I'm positioning myself today. All right. Here's another clip from Paul Barron with Brad Combs on.
And several other assets have started to slide, but that really could change it, is the ETF. Do you think is it more important to have the ETF or the banking license? If you could only have one, what would it be? I think both are going to happen. But which one?
Wow, that's incredible. Now you did that to me, Paul. You made me.
What's most important?
Well, listen. What I'll say is most important, I believe, is that banking charter and that Federal Reserve master account, because I do believe that Ripple is going to serve as the Fed 2.0 in the new digital on-chain economy, and I do believe that, the launch of almost 20 ETFs, we could see that happen in October if they do it. And I do believe we could see 5 to 8 billion inflows in a month or just a few months. And we have to remember, too, that the market cap myth doesn't work on these assets because these assets have utility. And that's why they're not the same. And then that multiplier effect is just simply for the audience, how much money at any given time it takes to push through the buy and sell walls to move the price up.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So, I think that's a huge impact on this market all the way around.
No doubt. Bottom line.
Oh, yeah, it is. Here's Charles Hoskinson once again talking to Brad Garlinghouse about the Federal Reserve.
And we're building that up for new user acquisition, and we're strengthening our relationships with XRP. I was just with Brad Garlinghouse at SALT. We served on a panel together roundtable when we were talking with the Federal Reserve together.
Talking about the federal crypto is Fed 2.0, folks. Make no mistake about that. The more I hear out of Sergey Nazarov, the more impressed I am. This guy's smart. He knows the big picture.
Bitcoin to do well, and if we want our industry to do well, is we want institutions like BlackRock, like others of that size, to legitimize our industry. That's what we really want. We want to get into a productive, collaborative relationship with institutions, because actually that's the path to mainstream adoption, because then the institutions are not just supporting the alternative to crypto and blockchains. which are the banks and the existing thing, they're actually putting our industry on a level playing field. And if we get on a level playing field with the traditional world, then we'll absolutely win. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, and people don't also realize what winning looks like. What winning looks like is what happened with the internet. So what winning looks like is that the banks and the asset managers become part of our industry. It's not that our industry destroys them. Like, some of them who don't get on board, they might not do well. Like there are plenty of companies that when the internet came around, they didn't get on board. Many of them don't exist anymore. They got replaced. But there are companies that got on board with the internet, and they're doing even better because of it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we want.
Now check this out, Nate Garachi. You heard it here first. People are severely underestimating investor demand for spot XRP and SOL ETFs, just like they did with spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. You see, I've been here before, and I have the receipts. He predicted the same thing with those. I think XRP is the most underestimated digital asset on the planet Earth, folks. The Bitcoin maxis, these guys did an entire show bashing XRP over the weekend. This one, they did a whole show bashing other ones too, but utility is going to be very creepy for these guys.
And that's why I thought it was important to put together this series of frequently asked questions for Bitcoiners that they can use in the future when deciding which type of bankrupt shitcoiner to hire to clean their toilets. A number of questions here. Why not use XRP, ADA, Cardano, or Hex holders to clean your toilet in the future? Reason number one, cleaning toilets properly is a skill set that probably exceeds the meager cognitive abilities of almost all holders of XRP, Cardano, Hex, and other cryptos. These people may also understand little to nothing about personal hygiene. That's another problem. So they may find the concept of cleaning an external object like a toilet when they can't even clean themselves. Cleaning an external object like a toilet, they may find this concept extremely confusing and frustrating. Remember, these are people who literally believe that the world is going to move to a Hex standard. Reason number two, if you use an XRP holder to clean your toilet, you might also end up catching a social disease from them. So please be careful. A lot of these XRP people are quite creepy.
We're quite creepy. And then I have a question here because, look, this is just one instance where these guys are completely exposed with their lying. What I did is I tacked on a clip by Paul Barron at the end of this. So just watch every single bit of it. And the question is, if they're lying about this issue, what else have they been lying about?
XRP is a psychological operation designed to trick retail investors into giving away their money by leveraging a bot army to exploit retail investor ignorance of centralization versus decentralization, the nature of money, and counterparty risk. Don't fall for the scam. So when you initially get people to buy your shitcoin, right? This is innovation theater. Bitcoin explodes onto the scene. It goes from $0 to $1,000 by 2014. It creates this whole cascade of copycats, right? XRP being one of them. XRP was one of the few to initially leverage unit bias. And so it issues 100 billion tokens instead of 21 million. It starts this pump and dump scheme, right? But it's using what it does, and what they do that's intelligent is they take the proceeds and they reinvest the profits of the scam into promoting the scam. So they're saying, oh, we've got all these partnerships with banks. Oh, we're the new SWIFT system. Oh, we're this. Oh, we're that. Then they're also using the proceeds to create bot armies on social media. So they are mimetically engineering or socially engineering people to think that there's actually a lot of interest and the capital is coming and this is the next Bitcoin and it's going to disrupt this and that, just by pretending like they're creating more signal online than there actually is through bots, and that pumps it harder. And then they dump again. They dump $500 million a quarter for 10 years.
Selling into that.
Exactly. And they dump again, they reinvest the proceeds. So it's been this flywheel effect of pumping and dumping, basically, but it's been reinvested intelligently to psychologically manipulate people.
And I get this argument a lot from inside crypto people that, Paul, those are bots. That's a bot system. And I'm like, whoa. Now you're talking the wrong language, because we built a sentiment platform that measures sentiment. We have an algorithm that basically pulls out the chaff on, especially off of crypto Twitter, because there's a lot of bots on crypto Twitter. And one of the few assets that are not bots, at least that we have found in a tech that we've spent almost a decade building, is XRP. It's like, these are real people. The bot traffic actually comes from some of the assets that you would never believe it would come from.
That's been a tactic in politics forever. You point at your enemy and you accuse them of what you're doing. And that's what the game has been, folks. Very simple. Now we've got even the Litecoin clown community is attacking XRP now. Fun fact, a comet smells like rotten eggs, urine, burning matches, and almonds. Most scientists say the closest comparison to this phenomenon on Earth is the idea that tokens called XRP would be sold off to retail investors with the illusion that a digital bank drive-up tube worth more than the money it transfers back and forth, because there's only so many tokens in existence and everyone will want one, because the banking systems of the world have been quietly making deals for over a decade to make XRP the replacement for SWIFT, and the president is sleeping with Brad Garlic Mouse. So I said, and now the Litecoin clowns want some of the XRP army. Bring it. Litecoin founder Charlie Lee says he's sold all his holdings in the cryptocurrency. This was from back in 2017. Folks, I went to a Litecoin conference in 2019 in Vegas just to see what it was like. And let me tell you what, walk in there, complete clown show, walk into Swell, and it's like the business world, the real world, some of the most powerful people you've ever been in a room with. That's the difference. Okay, we're going to go into DAIXRP.com. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click the join button right below any of these YouTube videos, or you can hit subscribe on X. I'm going to show you a video I found. I don't know if there's a glitch on X or what, but I wasn't able to upload it, so I'm just going to show it to the people in the private group. You know, more of these. Anyway, I'll show it to you. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.